Hey, well, tonight I'm angry about moral hazard, and it's appropriate that we have this talk tonight because 33 years ago exactly, October 19th of 1987, the Dow Jones fell 22% in one day after falling by several percentage points the preceding Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and the result of the stock market crash was the creation of the President's Working Group on Financial Markets, which we called the Plunge Protection Team. And ever since this day in 1987, anytime there's been a big crash or any kind of dislocation in the financial markets, the response by the Fed and the banks has been to engineer even lower interest rates to try to overcome this brief hiccup. And the problem with this is that bad companies, indebted companies, bankrupt companies don't get a chance to fail because the Fed and the banks are there lending money, making sure that the effects of a recession or depression are mitigated. This is the term moral hazard. And the moral hazard is not that of a married man going to Las Vegas. The term moral hazard refers to the fact that people don't worry about risk anymore because they know that the Fed will be there to bail them out. As a matter of fact, after the crash of 87, this was called the Greenspan put, after Alan Greenspan, who was the chairman of the Fed at the time, and put meaning that he would be there so you could put the stocks to him. He would buy the stocks. He would make sure that the stocks would go up. It was a shorthand way of describing the fact that the Fed was going to ensure that any stock market decline was met with some kind of easy money response to bring the market back up again. And you can see what happened since 87. In 2000, there was a big internet bubble which crashed. The NASDAQ collapsed. What was the response by the Fed? Low interest rates, lower interest rates, lower interest rates for longer. And then we go forward another 8 years, and there's another crash because of this easy money that had been created. And this crash took place in the housing market, which obviously had been a beneficiary of lower interest rates. And once again, the Fed's policies are what caused this latest crash, the 2008 crash. The response was yet lower rates. This during the time of Janet Yellen and Ben Bernanke, and everybody now expects the Fed to step up whenever there's a problem. Let's go to our latest debacle, this COVID-19 hysteria from earlier this year, and what was the response to the stock market crash? Yes, it was huge money creation, huge balance sheet inflation at the Fed level, and the stock market has levitated. As a matter of fact, if you watch the stock market, you will see that on days when there is expected to be progress in stimulus talks, the stock market goes up. And when there is expected to be no progress on these stimulus talks, the market falls. The market is not looking at the economy at all anymore. It's only looking at how much money is being created. And this is the moral hazard that we're talking about. The Fed, the banking system, has now tried to completely eliminate the business cycle. There aren't going to be any downturns anymore if they can avoid it. It's going to be up, up and away forever. This moral hazard encourages people to take risks that they know are insane and career-ending, but because they know that the Fed is there to bail them out, they have that Fed put. They are susceptible to this moral hazard where they don't think sensibly and as a fiduciary because they know that the Fed is there to bail them out, as they have been for 33 years. Today is the 33rd anniversary of really the death of our financial markets because of this Fed put. And because of this moral hazard that the Fed itself has created over the last 33 years. It's a sad, sad anniversary. America used to be the democratic and capitalistic center of the world. At this point, we can't hold our head up about either of those two things anymore. And the reason that our financial house is in such ill repute is because, to a large extent, of the moral hazard that has been created. It's a sad, sad anniversary. Please, let's wake up.